And so you should definitely sign one over there.
Where's that? Over there? When you point over there, what do you mean?
It's literally, it's right there. You see it? The one, it has the sign right on the left.
We've got activism down in Oregon, and every time we sign one card and send it in handwritten, it equals 500 constituents to them, to our politicians. When they see that, they really listen. So if you get a chance to do that, I'm going to do it.
That'd be great. The idea is to make an impression on the Department of Justice. The postcards are addressed to the President and the Attorney General. And we're going to deliver them all at once. We've got at least 20,000. Hopefully after this weekend we'll have a lot more. And just bring it to their attention. I mean, we're like the silent cousin or something. I mean, it just never comes up. You know what I mean? And it wasn't that long ago when they had advocated states' rights for states' laws, including and especially the medical marijuana dispensaries. It was a California state law, and they had indicated that they were accepting that. And you know, industrial hemp never came up, and when it does come up, we're hoping, because we're going to get their attention. We have been doing everything we can to get their attention. They will just say, "Oh yes, of course, industrial hemp. Why not?" You know, it just hasn't come up, but it's been difficult in getting their attention. Although our organization, Vote Hemp, and HIA had some fun last fall when we, a few of us, including the president of Dr. Bronner's and myself and Adam Eidinger, who was here yesterday, we went marching on the DEA property on their lawn area. There wasn't much lawn area, it was a bunch of buildings with no signage. Except this was in front of the DEA the DEA museum, not the hemp museum. And we started digging holes on their lawn and dumping hemp seed on it. Yeah, and we had our own cameras as well as the Washington Post had the exclusive, and we got their attention. It was a harmless little civil disobedience. We got arrested, thank goodness. It wouldn't have been worth it if we didn't get arrested.
Right, that's right.
It took a while. We had thought it would be 10 minutes. I mean, we knew what we were doing. It wasn't just a few hippies on you know, we had lawyers, we were at the backing of, it was a Dr. Bronner HIA Vote Hemp project. And Adam advised us through it all. He lives in DC, and he said, you got 5 minutes, maybe 10, before you get arrested. So we were mugging for the cameras and doing our jobs. And 15 minutes went by, and a few of the DEA agents are standing behind us now, just hanging out. You know, what are you doing? Nothing. We'll get out of here. No. And yeah, half hour. You know, I mean,
Interestingly, though, I wanted to point out that
they finally came.
In the early 1900s, part of Hemp History Week was we uncovered some Dewey documents, and in the early 1900s, they were growing hemp right where you were planting it, right at Arlington Farms.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, on the former Pentagon grounds.
Pentagon, yeah, but I think it was also where the DEA is, I think used to be part of Arlington Farms.
I don't know, it's crazy. And we have to do these crazy things, like dumping 25,000 cards on the Department of Justice steps to be brought into the conversation. Right. And because it's important, and it adds arsenal power to the message of the importance of cannabis freedom. You know, we're close. I think we're really close. I hope this year is like the beginning of a whole string of victories.
I have a question.
Sure, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. If we can organize something like this with thousands and thousands of people, why can't we organize a march on DC? I mean, a non-violent march.
We can.
Yeah, we'll
it's possible.
About
it's
that.
been done.
We're going to do the panel first, and then we'll have that discussion.
It's kind of insane.
Do you want to discuss?
We're not through activating yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tim and I are still very young.
Yeah.
And George as well.
Absolutely. My name's George Rohrbacher. I'm a farmer from Klickitat County. I've been farming since 1971. I've grown Concord grapes, mint oil, sweet corn, silage corn, wheat, hay, dairy replacement heifers, and we now own a cattle ranch in Klickitat County. Basically, my history beyond farming is I'm known throughout the farming community in North America for having invented a board game called The Farming Game, which has sold hundreds of thousands of copies all over the United States and the rest of the world, been translated into Russian, used as a training tool for newly privatized farmers, and etc. And so I've been in ag education of the general public for decades. One of the things, one of the primary strengths of America is that we just happen to be lucky enough to live on the finest piece of farmland on planet Earth, without any question. And not only is it the finest piece of farmland on planet Earth, our distribution of climate zones, rainfall, soil types, you name it, gives us an ability, a strength, a backdrop of plenty that is really pretty much unknown by humanity. Since the Pilgrims learned to put a fish in each cornhill, we haven't been short of food in America. We've never been short of food once. And as a farmer, part of our strength is not only this diversity in climates and whatnot, but it's our diversity in crops, our ability as farmers to have we run our own shows, we decide what to grow inside the parameters of what's possible where we are, but the ability to choose to diversify, to plan basically on your own, to plan for your own survival is something that crop diversification and crop rotation, where you have corn in some field for 3 years and you plant a different crop, you break the insect and disease cycles. I mean, these are critical parts for success in farming and success in eating. And as the world gets closer and closer to our feedstocks, what we do on the farm gets more and more important. As farmers, you can't believe how much it pisses one off to go into a grocery store, into a health food store, into the pharmacy, and see this soap, this food, this whatever with hemp seed, with hemp oil, with hemp fiber in it, and realize that was grown in a foreign country, that I as an American farmer could not have competed for the market that represents. There's like 3 million cars driving around in America with hemp fibers in the plastic in their door panels. That was pioneered by Audi, I believe, or BMW.